I'm making this video and I am honestly thinking to myself that I need to check myself into the hospital or something is just not gonna go right. I don't know. What's up, you guys? I'm back with another video. As you can see, sorry, my eye itches like crazy right now. This has been an emotional week, to say the least. A lot of it revolves around just how I'm dealing with relationships in general. Everybody knows, well, if you don't know, people have been watching this channel. I have my friends, and I know, and all of that. Know I have attachment issues with relationships and with people. A lot of it stems from my childhood and from my family, and people just being in and out of my life, not always really being there consistently since I was 4. A lot of that's with my mom. A lot of that's with other family members. Essentially, I have a hard time of trusting people and connecting with them. I feel like oftentimes people are going to leave, and it's hard to explain that feeling. For me, it's like my brain is full of negative thoughts that tell me that either I'm not good enough, I've screwed things over. It reads other people's body language and makes me think that they hate me if something is off. If someone isn't acting how they used to act, then I think they hate me. If they're texting funny, if their tone is off, all of those things become very calculated in my mind, and I essentially take them to the extreme, and I'm trying not to. Recently, I stopped taking my lithium medication, which, good news, I'm getting back on it, because while life has been great without taking lithium, and when I say great, I mean I haven't had any weird health problems. I feel extremely healthy. I feel great most of the time. It's things in my life recently that have made me realize why I was on medication to begin with, and it's the same analogy that I keep on using. Lithium does not fix your bipolar disorder. It does not fix your anxiety. It does not fix any of those things. It makes it easier to deal with. Makes it easier to go throughout life and handle life's problems, because no one's life is easy. No matter where you come from, no matter your background, life is hard. In the past few weeks, life has been hard for me. Work has become a lot more, and I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. And I've been moping around the last few days, and I have all this work piled up on my desk. I have these little notes from meetings that I've taken about things that are due, that I need to do, that I can't freaking read. And that's because most times, at least when I was on my lithium medication, whenever I was receiving instructions, I would either, 1, do the work right away, just get it out the way. 2, I could remember in my mind perfectly what I had to do. And then today I was looking at the work and I was just like, I don't remember crap about what I was supposed to be doing. And I have people emailing me saying hey, do you need any help with this? It's not due yet, but it's due next week. Let us know if you need any help. And I don't know how to go to them and be like, I need help. I don't have I need the whole first meeting again, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I don't remember what you said. Just re-explain everything to me, but that basically makes it seem like I was not listening, which is not the case. I was just consumed by all of the problems with Apple. For those of you who don't know, Apple is the person I was dating, not dating anymore because we broke up. And that has been hitting me a lot harder than I ever thought it would. Again, probably because I don't have my lithium medication. I think I've never really fought for relationships that I care about. The times where I've been in serious relationships, yeah, I've been upset, I've been sad, but I've also had this kind of like screw you mentality, like whatever, like we're done, moving on. I'm gonna like have a rebound. I'm gonna go hook up with as many people as I can and forget about you. And then not only do that, but like blast it over social media and make it clear that like I'm over you. Lately, that has not been the case. I have been destroyed, to say the least. Like my body feels, my emotions feel destroyed. I don't want to get into a lot of the details, but basically, the thoughts in my mind are telling me that all of this is my fault, and they're not wrong. And I know that that's weird because it's like your thoughts never, especially like when I say my thoughts, like my intrusive thoughts, my like voices, if you would say, it's like they're always wrong. They're always like over the top. It's just that's just how they are. But I feel like I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to handle this. I talked to Apple and we're working things out, which is amazing news. I don't feel like how I did yesterday. I don't feel like I want to jump off of a cliff. I don't feel like I don't feel how I did. I feel extremely happy, but at the same time, I also feel extremely broken because of certain circumstances that have led me to feel betrayed. And I shouldn't feel betrayed, but again, the voices in my mind, or that makes me sound like an insane person. The thoughts in my mind, not that there's anything wrong with hearing voices. I mean, hey, the thoughts in my mind are consuming me, and to the point where I took like 2 Xanax because I was having a panic attack, and I just wanted to sleep it off. And I honestly don't know what to do. I feel like I need a week off from work. I feel like I need a week off from reality to get my mind straight, in that I shouldn't. I thought I was happy on my own. I thought without the lithium medication, number one, I'm feeling better, I'm feeling great, I'm happy, everything's great. And then just like this whole thing just fucking threw that all down the drain. And it's no one's fault but my own fault. And I just am in a moment of crisis. I don't think I'm crisis enough to hurt myself or have to go to the emergency room, because I'm not quite there yet. I have therapy tomorrow, and I guess that's the solution. To talk about it in therapy and to be so self-aware to the fact that I'm making this video. I hate when people, like, I understand that I'm very high functioning. I understand that, like, yes, I want to hurt myself in the abstract things because I feel like I hate myself, because I feel like I deserve it. But I know that that's not gonna do anything for me. I know that that's not great for me. I know that like that's not going to accomplish anything. I know that Apple, the person in my life, is not the source of my happiness. I know that they're not supposed to fix me. I know all of these things, but I just can't help but feeling like literally my chest has been ripped open, like, and my heart has fallen out and it's on the floor and it's just beating and jumping around like a fish. That's what I feel right now. And it's made it impossible for me to do anything else. Not impossible, but I haven't left this apartment. I've barely done any work. I've been in bed. It's all of the things that would lead to me feeling depressed. But I don't feel depressed. I don't feel, okay, well, I slightly feel like I don't want to live. I slightly feel like life is too hard. All of this is too hard. It honestly is. I do, 10% of me is thinking like, you know what, death would be a lot easier than this, than dealing with all of these emotions, dealing with the stress of work. If I was dead, none of this would happen. I'm nowhere near thinking that I want to do that. If anything, I would just be like, if a bus hits me, which I know is not great. But I realize now why lithium medication was so important, and like why I needed to be on it, and why I have decided to start it again. Number one, my lymph nodes are gone / there. It's weird. I'll explain that later. But they're not caused by lithium, I don't think. And to be honest, I hate feeling this way. Like, at least when I was on my medication, the blows weren't so painful. Like, I can't get into details about what exactly is killing me inside. It has to do with relationships, it has to do with Apple, but I'm not gonna divulge more than that. I think that at the end of the day, it's not fair for me to be upset, and I'm not upset at Apple. Okay, that's a lie. I'm pissed. I'm angry. I am fuming, but it's like not because of them. It's because of me, and it's because I feel so heartbroken, and I don't know if that's because I'm just normally heartbroken, and then without my medication, it's amplified. I don't know if this is like this my first real heartbreak. I've experienced at least one that felt this way that sucked. I got over it. I got over it. We all get over it. And I just really don't want to feel depressed over something that's not worth being depressed over, if that makes sense. I don't know what to do. It's 11 p.m. now, and all I want to do is go check myself in somewhere and just tell them, like, I can't do life anymore. This shit's too hard. I don't know what to do. I'm hurting. My heart hurts. But there's a few things why I can't do that. Number one, I'm not in that bad of a crisis because I'm able to fucking acknowledge what's going on. And they would just be like, you're not about to, like, kill yourself. So just go to therapy like everyone else and suffer. I want someone to take my pain away now. The second thing is that it's a little over dramatic for going into like fucking suicide watch or to the hospital because someone broke up with you. Maybe it's not dramatic for me because I feel everything more intensely, but I don't want that person to feel like, it's such a toxic thing when someone else is doing what's right for them. And by someone else, I mean Apple. Like, we broke up for a reason. They wanted what they wanted. They did things that they did because we were broken up, and all of that has nothing to do with me. And it's unfair of me to be like, screw you, I'm about to like go kill myself now because of the actions that like you did. That creates an unhealthy dynamic because, of course, the person on the other end's like, well, I don't want this person to kill themselves, but like, it's not my fault. Like, it really isn't. And like, that's when I'm supposed to be seeking professional help and not help from them. So again, and third, if I were to go into rehab, I wouldn't be able to see Apple, and I wouldn't be able to work on these things with Apple, and that would suck 10 times worse because that's the only thing I can think about right now, the only thing I want. And everything so far is coming second, except for my health, because I have to fix my health in order to be with Apple, and it's a whole thing. But I am definitely, I think, moving towards a point of crisis. I take a lot of that to do with the fact that my shield is gone. No more lithium, so I'm feeling the impacts of this breakup a lot more seriously. My negative thoughts are going into every little thing that has happened between me and them, the actions that they've done. My thoughts are telling me that, like, they did this because they don't care, or, like, they cared, but they didn't care as much as you, or, like, they did, but now they don't because of what you did. It's just all these different scenarios of me trying to understand and trying to wrap my brain around, and I don't know how the fuck I'm going to deal with it. But as always, we get through it, we persevere, and it's just a bump in the road. But I thought it was important to upload my first crisis point, being off of lithium. I don't take my Xanax medication at all because it's for panic attacks, but today I found some stuff out that made me really sad, and I just popped those bad boys and went to sleep. Obviously it didn't fucking work because it's 11 o'clock and I'm awake now, so like, it worked for 6 hours. It's supposed to get me to sleep all night. Whatever. We'll see how this all works out, you guys. I'm optimistic, as my face can see. I promise I'm not in a place of, like, I'm not gonna hurt myself, and I do know if I ever was feeling like I was going to, I would go to the hospital or I would call somebody. I know that. So don't worry. Right now I'm feeling again, like someone ripped my heart out. And that is the worst feeling. I don't think I haven't felt this in years. And yeah, sucks.